There's a lot of people involved in your home buying purchase. Today we're going to go over 4 major players. That's going to be the agent, your lender, the inspector, and the title company. Hey, my name is Elize Hill.
And I'm Daniel Nyce.
And we are real estate agents and novice homeowners and investors here to share our tips and tricks and the things that we learn along the way with you.
Absolutely. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about putting together your Rockstar team as you get ready to make a home purchase. You're not going to be doing this alone. You're going to have a field, a team of experts that are going to be helping you in this process.
Yes.
So let's dive into the first one, the agent. So, Elize, what are some of the things that we care about when we're evaluating a good agent?
So nowadays, everyone knows an agent. However, not all agents are created equal. In fact, 87% of agents drop out in their first 5 years. So the reason why we start with an agent is because they're the only person on your team with a fiduciary responsibility.
That's an SAT word for you. What does that mean, Elize?
So a fiduciary responsibility is a legal obligation where your agent must act always in your best interest.
Yeah, absolutely, which is why we start there, because no one else that you hire is going to have that same legal standard. Your lender is going to have an obligation to their bank, your home inspector to their boss or whoever runs that company. The only person on your team who's always got to have your back is your agent, because if it can ever be shown that they did something that served them and not you, they're going to lose their license, be out of the business forever.
So what are these things that we're looking for to make sure that you're finding the right agent to put your trust in to buy your house with?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I would say is make sure that they have a really strong network, because anytime you have a, hey, do you know a guy kind of a question, your agent should not just know one, but they should know several people that they have seen personally and can attest to the kind of skill that they're going to bring to the table.
This type of person is, hey, do you know an electrician?
Yes, I know 5.
Do you know a plumber?
I've got 6 on speed dial. So that's the sort of thing you want to have on hand. Now, if they don't know multiple people for anything that you're asking for, they're probably really new to the business, or they have too tight of a relationship with just one person. So Elize, besides having a network of people, what else does an agent bring to the table?
Well, frankly, the agent is the table. To begin with, they help you find the house and help negotiate to put it under contract.
Now, once you're under contract, there's still several more hills that need to be climbed before you're able to get to the settlement table. And your agent is going to help you navigate all of those issues as they arise and if they arise. For example, home inspection is a point of negotiation in case there's problems with the house that need to be negotiated. Also, if there's an appraisal or if there are any title issues that surface, there's all kinds of what ifs and question mark scenarios that you may not be prepared for and that you might not know how to handle, but your agent will.
But enough about agents. Let's talk about lenders.
Absolutely, Elize. Now, when you're looking into getting a good lender for you, you actually want to find a mortgage broker. This is someone who's going to be looking at multiple different loan opportunities, comparing different loan programs across many different banks. That way you are on average going to be saving thousands of dollars by finding the best possible deal. I know you're tempted to go just to the bank that you've always done business with, and you may still end up going that route, but I do recommend that you at least compare with a mortgage broker first. So Elize, who's next on our list?
That would be your home inspector.
Oh, they're pretty important.
So for a home inspector, you're going to want to find someone who has 3 things. They work fast, they have a really good reputation, and also they're able to explain to you what's going on with the house.
A solid home inspector is going to be able to cater their explanations to your understanding. They don't want to be giving you something that's going way over your head with all kinds of lingo that you've never heard of. And they're also going to furnish for you a report that documents with photos and details everything in the house that you may end up needing to negotiate with the seller.
Now, Daniel, what if my dad's really good and I just trust him?
Good question, Elize. At all times you're in the driver's seat, you can pick anyone you want to be your person. Even if your agent tells you, hey, you really got to go with my guy, you don't have to do that. You can pick whoever you like. Just be aware that you are the one who has to live in that house and live with the consequences of your decisions. So just as an example of one of the home inspectors that I work with frequently, one of the things that they do very well after the home inspection is completed is that they actually offer to come back for a follow-up to make sure that any repairs that are being made by the seller are being done to his satisfaction, right? To make sure that they were done right. And they don't charge you anything for that. So if you can find someone who's willing to go above and beyond like that, I would definitely make sure that you keep their number. Elize, who's the last one we're going to talk about today?
Last person we're going to talk about is your title company.
That's right. Now, your title company are the ones who are going to be helping you with the legal elements of this, especially in terms of performing a title search.
And that title search is there to protect you from fraud. So think of the title company as the attorneys. In Virginia, we don't use attorneys, we just use title companies. But in other states, attorneys are the norm and title companies are not. However, in title company states, if you want an additional attorney to look over all the paperwork, that is perfectly fine. So Daniel, what are you looking for in a title company?
Well, most title companies are very similar to each other. I'd say the main things you're checking on, do they have a good reputation? And number two, are their rates and fees competitive? You can check rates and fees online, and as long as nothing is too far out of bounds there, I'd say they're fine to use. And that concludes the major players for who you're putting together on your team. Now, granted, in your specific situation, you may need more players than that, but again, a good agent should be able to connect you.
So if you like this video, go ahead and give us a like. It helps us a lot. Leave a comment to let us know where you are in your home search. And subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode where we tell you how to get started on your home search.
Absolutely. Gosh, you're so pretty.
That's staying in there. So until next time, I'm Elize Hill.
I'm Dan Nyce.
See you soon.
Bye.